What the f... Alright, I guess you're wondering how we got here. Let me explain. Last year, I went on holiday with 3 of my friends. Alfie, Mika, and Tom. We went to Spain, and it's fair to say it wasn't the best holiday that I've ever been on. On the plane over there, myself and Alfie were sat in front of some interesting characters. The whole flight they were just chatting absolute rubbish about the most random of things. When we were about to land, they started making comments about the turbulence. And I don't really have a fear of flying. But Alfie does. So, Alfie was starting to get annoyed. And then they started talking about drinks for some reason. And this 16-year-old kid just shouts, "Coffee?" And then his dad and the person that they were sat next to just started joining in. They all started shouting, "Coffee, coffee, coffee." And I'm just sat there, listening to the music on my phone, trying to block these people out. And Alfie just turns to me and says, "If they say coffee one more time, I'm going back there to break one of their necks." And I wasn't going to stop him if he did. So anyways, we landed, got our stuff, and we're supposed to be meeting this guy called Barry at the airport. He said he was in like a white minibus. So we went outside to the car park pickup place, and there were only like 10-20 vehicles there. The car park was massive, and we looked around, and we couldn't see a white minibus. But there was a black one, so we went over and were like, "Barry?" "Nope." "Okay then." So we're wondering if he was late or something, so we phoned him. And he said, "No, I'm in the car park." And after looking for ages, we noticed this white vehicle parked at the far side of the car park, like 200 metres away from where we were stood. And we're like, surely not. Myself and Alfie walked over because it was pointless all of us walking over there. It was freaking Barry. "Bazza, why did you park so far away? Oh my god, look at all the other spaces. It's 30 degrees outside. Why have you chosen to park so far away?" So we got into the minibus, got dropped off at the villa that we're staying at, and the next day, we decided to embark on an adventure. Immerse ourselves in the culture. Really feel like we're in Spain. Just kidding, we went outside into the pool, not even to the beach, that was 15 minutes away, and we had purposefully booked that villa because it was close to a beach. I'm not annoyed still or anything, but come on, how lazy did we have to be? We're all having a blast, and suddenly we noticed 2 men stood in our villa. And we were like, what's going on? Are we getting robbed? And they came outside and they were like, "Pool cleaning?" On a side note, does anyone else feel obliged to allow people to clean your room whenever you go on holiday? Like, you have the choice to say no, but you end up letting them in anyway, and then you sat in your room for 15 minutes in an awkward silence with someone who barely speaks English. I suppose you never really have a choice though. Let's be honest. They come in and are like, "Cleaning now?" And you're like, "Well, actually, would it be okay if cleaning now?" And they start cleaning anyways. Back to the pool cleaning. So when the guys came, we were actually having a contest to see how long everyone could hold their breath for underwater. Myself, Alfie and Tom had already surfaced, so we just got out the water and went inside. But Mika, well, he was still in the competition. So when he surfaced, we had left, and there were just 2 Spaniards looking at him like, "Pool cleaning?" We didn't really do anything for the rest of the holiday apart from watch 4 in a Bed, which is an absolutely amazing show, 10 out of 10 would recommend. But we just lounged around the villa for the most part. I did, however, bring a book with me. I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but I always tell myself, whenever I go on holiday, that I'm going to read a book. And then I'll end up reading about half of it, and I tell myself, you know what, I've actually enjoyed reading this. When I get home, I'm going to read the No. No, it never happens. You tell yourself you're going to read it at home, and you never do. You always find something slightly more interesting to do, and you don't touch a book until the next time you go on holiday. We decided a couple of days before we left that we were going to go to this mini-golf place near where we were staying. And it's fair to say that I was apprehensive about playing. My only memory of playing mini-golf before then was when I was really young, and it's fair to say that I didn't enjoy it. I have low levels of perseverance. If I can't do it on the first time of asking, I'm not doing it at all. So when I was like 7, I tried playing mini-golf, and I was so bad it was unbelievable. I saw everyone else having fun putting the ball, whilst I was stood like 2 feet from the hole, knocking the ball around in an endless cycle of failure. So 7-year-old Simon decided that he had had enough. So I took my golf club and I threw it on the floor. I'm not exactly the best loser. So when we went to play, the first hole was just a straight line with a gentle incline. And all of my friends got it in slightly above par, because, it takes a while to get going. And I was last to go. So I stepped up to the ball, got settled, and... Yeah, we're going to need another ball over here. I massively overhit the ball. And the next time, I just said to myself, okay, just gently tap it. Gently tap it. Okay, can someone go get that for me? I got like 8 on a par 2. Not my proudest achievement, needless to say. We were coming towards the end of the holiday, and the villa was looking like an absolute tip. There were loads of dirty dishes on the sides, the table was messy, the kitchen literally smelled as if something had died and been left to rot for years. And I'm not even exaggerating. When we got there, we didn't get told what to do with our bin bags once we'd filled them. We couldn't just keep compressing it, so we decided to put them in a cupboard next to the kitchen. But in the heat, and the fact that it was a small space, the smell became really pungent. We had like 3 bin bags in there, and honestly, if you opened the cupboard and you didn't hold your breath, you could be sick. It was literally that bad. So anyway, that combined with the general state of the eating area really started to tick me off. Now, I'm no neat freak or whatever. Far, far from it. But there is a line, and we fully crossed it. Every night I would be the one to cook tea, and then I would be the one that did the cleaning up as well. I know you probably sat there thinking, oh, well if you weren't such a pushover, then maybe you wouldn't have to. No, shut up. You don't know what it was like. You weren't there. I tried leaving it. I confronted them on numerous occasions. And they would always be like, okay, we'll do it later. So I left it. And left it. And it got to the point where there was stuff with juice from raw meat dripping onto the plates, which wouldn't be so bad if their idea of washing up wasn't just rinsing it under the cold water tap. So about halfway through the holiday, I caved in. I had lost the mental battle. I ended up cleaning everything that had been left on the side. But after that I said, look guys, I've been doing this stuff all holiday. Could you just clean up for once? And they're reasonable people, so they agreed to do it for the final night. I always went to sleep first, because I was the only one with a 9 till 5, so my sleeping schedule is routine. And as I went to bed, I saw them starting to clean up. And I was like, oh, you guys. So the next morning, I was the first to wake up, and I went to go get my morning coffee, and I was fuming. All bar the plates and glasses was still there. I wasn't going to be the one washing it up. So maybe they'd left it to do in the morning. I went to bed and they had only just started, so maybe they'd left it to do later. It's fine. Just relax, Simon. There'll be a perfectly reasonable explanation to this. So I waited for one of them to come downstairs, and Tom woke up first. Who I'm actually going to defend here, because he always did his part of the washing up, and actually suggested on the first night, whoever cooks should be exempt from the washing up of the stuff that was used to cook. I liked that idea, it seemed fair, but Mika and Alfie didn't, so we didn't do it. Anyways, I asked Tom what happened, and he said that they didn't know how to wash the stuff up. And I was like, wait, what? Come again? And he said, yeah, they said they didn't know what to do. How can you not know what to do? For those of you who don't know how to wash up for some reason, Mika and Alfie, I know you watch my videos, this one's for you. Get the sink, you fill it with some hot water and some washing up liquid. And that's what you're going to be washing up in. You either get a dishcloth or one of those yellow and green things, which I don't know what they're called, and you just wash it. If there's anything stuck, soak it in the water for a while and clean it later. It's not that hard. Anyways, I ended up doing the cleaning because it was the last day, and I'm not one of those people who can just leave someone else's place in a tip. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, then please consider subscribing and following me on Twitter at whatever I type on the screen right now.